Change doesn't begin when inspiration hits, it begins the moment you finally admit that the version of yourself you've been carrying is too small for the life you want to live, when you decide you can't keep repeating the same routines, defending the same excuses, and protecting the same fears, and instead choose to tear down everything that no longer belongs in your future. Most people stay trapped inside patterns they never question, drifting through life as prisoners of their old beliefs, old habits, and old stories, but something inside you is different, something refuses to settle. Rebuilding your life from zero starts with the hardest truth: you cannot transform until you confront the reality you've been avoiding. Facing your flaws, your laziness, your inconsistency, and the fears that have controlled your choices is painful, but this honesty is the foundation of every breakthrough. When you stop lying to yourself, you take back power. And once honesty enters, the next step is releasing the past, letting go of the failures, heartbreaks, disappointments, regrets, and childhood wounds you've been dragging behind you. You can glance at your past, but you cannot live there. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting, it means refusing to let old pain dictate your future. Then comes the silent killer of potential: weak habits. You don't rise to your dreams, you sink to your habits. The small decisions you repeat every day shape your destiny, and if you want a different future, you must ruthlessly eliminate the habits that keep you small: mindless scrolling, procrastination, snoozing your goals, choosing comfort over growth, and replace them with actions that reflect the person you want to become. Every time you destroy a weak habit, you send yourself a message: I am no longer that person. But habits alone aren't enough, you must build a warrior mindset, a mind strong enough to handle pressure, failure, rejection, and discomfort. A warrior doesn't avoid difficulty, a warrior leans into it, prepares for it, and grows from it. And as your mind strengthens, you must also clean your environment, because no matter how driven you are, toxic influences can pull you backward faster than discipline can pull you forward. Some relationships were meant only for your past, not your future. You don't have to hate anyone, but you must protect your peace, energy, and progress by distancing yourself from people who drain you, distract you, or discourage you. Once your surroundings are clean, the next phase is mastering self-control, the ability to pause before reacting, to choose discipline over impulse, to act based on long-term vision rather than short-term emotions. Self-control is the quiet power that allows you to lead your life instead of being led by cravings, triggers, and urges. With control comes clarity, and clarity lets you design your life from zero instead of drifting into a life you never chose. This is your blank canvas, your chance to build a life based on your values, your goals, and your future self. And to support that life, you must build unshakable routines. Routines are the autopilot that keep you moving even when motivation vanishes. An intentional morning routine sets your direction, a grounding evening routine resets your mind. When routines become non-negotiable, progress becomes inevitable. But a powerful life requires more than habits and routines, it requires value, skills that make you useful, skilled, sought after. The world doesn't reward time, it rewards value, and the more rare and refined your skills are, the more opportunities will chase you instead of you chasing them. But even with value, you cannot grow if your finances are chaos. A powerful life needs a bulletproof financial foundation: tracking your spending, eliminating debt, growing an emergency fund, learning to invest, and refusing to waste money trying to impress people who don't care about you. Money isn't everything, but financial stress destroys focus, confidence, and growth. And whenever life hits you with pain, and it will, you must turn that pain into power. Pain becomes a weapon when you stop running from it and let it teach you. Every scar you carry is proof that you survived something meant to break you, and you can use those experiences to build wisdom, strength, and resilience. But to survive the long journey of rebuilding, you must master patience, the understanding that meaningful change takes time, and that slow progress is still progress. The world is addicted to speed, but real transformation is slow, steady, and quiet. Time will pass anyway, so use it wisely. With patience must come a relentless work ethic, not burnout, but disciplined, focused, consistent effort repeated long after motivation fades. Success belongs to those who show up even when they're tired, unseen, or discouraged. But when success finally comes, stay grounded. Success can inflate ego, distort identity, and blind you to the basics that built you. Stay humble, grateful, and connected to your values. Remember where you started, who helped you, who you used to be, and who you never want to become again. And finally, accept this truth: rebuilding never ends. There is no final version of you. You must keep leveling up, keep upgrading, keep evolving, because the old you will always try to return the moment you stop paying attention. Growth is not a destination, it is a lifelong commitment. But you are not starting again from nothing, you are starting from experience, strength, resilience, and wisdom. Everything you've survived has prepared you for this moment. This is your turning point, your rebirth, your second chance. Destroy the old you. Rebuild from zero. And never stop becoming the person you were meant to be. Your new life starts now.